And it's politics. Stella Creasy disagrees with JK Rowling's definition of what a woman is, Dimitri. What is the quote?
Yeah, so this is... the Telegraph did get an amazing quote. Stella Creasy says, JK Rowling is wrong. A woman can have a penis. Which brings me some relief, having been to Thailand. But it's one of those things. I do love the fact that Stella Creasy propositioned this by saying sometimes you have to break cover and be controversial, as if this is rare for her. I think this is her entire method of being right now, is just go for the headlines, just do whatever's provocative, bring your baby to the House of Commons for a debate.
It's true.
Yeah, so... But yeah, so essentially she's just kind of saying she wants to clarify her position on the word woman. And she said, do I think some women were born with penises? The answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah, what she's doing, because Keir Starmer and others have sort of tiptoed around this issue. They've been on the fence about it, haven't they? Said, whoa, it's a very difficult question to answer. What defines a woman? And they've fudged it, right? Creasy is basically kind of appealing to the very woke side of the Labour grassroots, and that would be in big cities like London and the South East. She's just going for the woke vote, isn't she, and doubling down. Oh,
100%. And the fact that she represents Walthamstow really helps her, because that's kind of a new, hip, central place where a lot of those ideas are supported. But she's using a lot of her personal experience to back this up and to say how because she's a woman, she's not taken seriously, and she's getting these new women to side with her. One of the ways that she's doing is, I love the fact that any criticism that comes against her, she deflects by saying, this is because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Which I think she needs to essentially stop giving women a bad name and accept the fact that she has a bad personality.
She says, as an old-fashioned feminist, I'm still fighting the patriarchy, which is something posh white women say to feel oppressed. I mean, she talks here about people don't trust politics because of privilege and entitlement. Yet she's come from an aristocratic background, gone to Oxbridge, she went straight into the Fabian Society as an intern. It's a sort of ultra-privileged, hard left background. It's the worst of all worlds. You come from an aristocratic background, you go to Cambridge, then you come out with all these hard left-wing views that don't help anyone. I just think it's fascinating, like I said before, that Svella Bradman comes from a immigrant background and actually has ended up having conservative views. And this is where we are now with the parties. They've almost completely flipped in that sense.
Stella did say that women should be able to say things without being judged, which I feel is... an easy out, right? So kind of, especially when you're accusing somebody or telling somebody to do things the right way or, your way, and they say, just don't judge me. Say, don't tell me what to do.
Dimitri, I don't think that, because I'm super pro-trans, if you want to identify as a different gender, you have my love, support and respect. But extreme trans ideology, which questions the existence of human biology, that there is a male, biological female, to support that is A, anti-scientific, and B, it's not compatible with being a feminist. I don't think that Stella Creasy can call herself a feminist if she supports trans ideology.
Yeah.
They're not compatible, are they? How can they be?
Can I just say this thing?
Can you be a feminist and pro-trans ideology?
It's exactly, she addresses it here. She says, I'm not interested in fighting amongst ourselves, meaning women. She says, it's right for me to stand with my trans sisters and say, let's fight these battles together. But she's describing two opposing sides.
Pass me the sit bag.
Well, it's impossible anyway. It's logically impossible. It's like saying, are you Tory or Labour? Yes. She's trying to say that she's both sides of the argument.
You know what it is? Feminists supports people with penises.
Right. Right. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Help me with that one if you can. Paul Embury, who is a GBNews presenter, of course he's back tomorrow in the political correction, has tweeted, for as long as Labour MPs make these sorts of crackpot statements, the party will be outside of moderate mainstream opinion in the UK, and I think, ergo, outside of power as well.